What's up, fight fans? Welcome to J.Cotto's fight page. And today's January 5th. And I'll be having Anthony Tossatti from Thunderdome Boxing. He'll be calling in just a couple of seconds. And we're going to talk some boxing for 2015. Hashtag Quebec Boxing. And we're just basically just going to break it down. The expectations and possibly answer some of your questions. But for the meanwhile, we're just gonna have a good old conversation, a good old chat. Thunderdome Boxing once again, Anthony Tossatti and myself, J.Cotto from J.Cotto's fight page, and we're gonna be breaking it down. This is box chat number 2 with Thunderdome. Let me just give the quick shout outs while we wait for Tossatti's call from Thunderdome Boxing. I'd like to say what's up to the Fight Guru, 10 players, and I also would like to say what's up to Blood Boxing. You know what I mean? And to the arenas, Don Juan, Banks, and that's basically it, man. And everybody on Facebook, Maxo Exob as well. Also my nephew, Cameron, and Mauricio Herrera. Keep your head up, brother. Hashtag come back to boxing. We definitely got your back. And every fight out there that's been wronged. You know what I'm saying? We standing strong. But I'd like to thank everybody at the same time. The new subscribers, the old subscribers, the people that just came across my videos, this one here. Thank you very much for all your comments and your support. You guys are great. And, let's just keep this boxing knowledge going. Simply because boxing is a sport. And it's a sport that brings tradition between everyone in the family that's into full contact sports. And boxing is the highest martial art, and it's been passed down generations, generations. It's been watched. Some people have practiced. Some people still do practice. Some people don't even compete. They just do it just to find harmony in their life. You know what I'm saying? It's a martial art as well. I just happen to love boxing. When I was younger, my father used to just throw me in front of the tube with him. We used to sit down and watch fights. This would be at about age 5. I would have so many damn questions, kid. Now my son wants to become a boxer, and I'm just basically just guiding him the right way. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that I do my part as a fan as well as gonna become a trainer and shit. For him. And peace to my man Sean Logan over in New York and everybody over in New York City. I'd like to say peace to y'all. And that's my man Anthony Tossatti. Let's get this chat going on, son. Yo. What's up, kid?
J.Cotto.
What's up, man? What's going on, Ant?
Hey, how's it going, man?
We're chilling, brother. We're chilling, man. Just letting everybody know. Just give them a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of where I came from and how I got turned on to boxing. And just, trying to get everybody from different age ranges and shit, from different generations on a little throwback road on where I came from, And just letting them know how boxing is and exactly what they're getting into by listening to this video of yours when they come across it on the YTBC. You know what I mean?
Will do.
Yeah, man. Peace to everybody over at the YTBC, man, that we do know and we don't know at the same time. I gave you a shout out before, the people that I do know and I do follow. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, out J.Cotto's fight page. Enter the arena. Don Juan Banks, Kenny Lopez, Fight Guru, Blood Boxing, 10 players. Who'd I forget?
Actually, you forgot boxing. Haha. Just kidding, man. You basically covered it all, man. I don't know, man. I'm saying, man. I'm just letting everybody know this lineup of fighters that we got and how we gonna be breaking down this list of fighters and what we're expecting and everything. And I'm for 2015 hashtag come back to boxing. And I got the first. I'm not even gonna call him a victim because we ain't gonna break nobody down. We're just gonna be honest and just talk boxing. I got Provodnikov, man. After the Algieri loss, where do you see him going, man, for 2015, bro?
Well, you gotta remember he just beat up an old Castillo. Castillo over in Russia.
That's exactly why I didn't bring it up. So you know.
That was bad.
No disrespect, but
Provodnikov. He's a legitimate threat at 140 to anybody, but Algieri kind of laid a blueprint on what fighters can beat him and what fighters Provodnikov might be trying to stay away from.
yeah.
So I would imagine we'd see him in some slugfests, if you want to put it delicately, in 2015. I'm sure they're going to try to get him some more guys that'll stand right in front of him, or that at least can't get away from him as well as an Algieri or someone like that.
Yeah, well, he better start getting nice and hiding things inside the pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know, I mean, he's got the power and all that shit, but that, you know, Tim Bradley also exposed, man, how to hit him from the inside as well. You know?
Yeah, he definitely needs to. I mean, he's still a beginner. You know, he really is. He has so much heart and determination and power.
Yes.
That it took him a long way. But you know, I think he kind of plateaued actually. Because if you put Provodnikov in there with any elite fighter, he's getting beat. You know, he's going to have that puncher's chance all the time, but I mean, he can get schooled rather easily. I mean, even though the Algieri fight could have went either way.
Yeah, man, it could have if he would have fucking, you know, just went around the jab, man, and all those combos covering up a little bit. But you know, I mean, he wanted a slugfest. That's how he fights, man. You know.
I mean, even if he wanted to just do a slugfest, I think if he would have just thrown like 5 to 10 punches extra every single round, he probably would have won.
Yeah.
Just a little more activity. He was just following him too much and not letting his hands go.
Yeah, I tell you.
Rack up points.
Yeah, I tell you right now, man. Hold your stomach, bro. In that fight against Provodnikov, man, they let him out the cage.
Yeah, that might be the only time they let him out the cage.
Oh shit, son. Yeah, man.
I could see Bob Arum either putting Provodnikov in with some guys that are going to make him look good and build his name back up, or he might try to, I could see him and Crawford. I know I already talked about this, but I could see him and Crawford meeting, not on Crawford's first fight at 140 necessarily, but down the line, I think Arum is gonna 100% make that fight.
Yeah, that would be very good for boxing, man. All right, man. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's good for Crawford too.
Yeah, very good for him. Check it out. Let's move on to Walters, man.
One of my favorite new guys.
Oh yeah.
Favorite new guys. I remember when he was doing the Donaire fight was coming up, and I had to start studying film on him. And wow, I was pretty impressed. The only thing we already discussed was, he had two guys who he had kind of slight advantages on.
Yeah.
If you want to hear that, like the advantages were just age and size on Darchinian, and just determination and the willingness to still be in the boxing game for Donaire. I don't know where Donaire is at with still really having the guts for fighting.
Yep, that's the next one I was gonna call out. Nonito Donaire, man. I don't know, man. I said it the other day when we had the first box chat, man. I'm gonna say it again on this second one. If he comes back in March or May, like they said, if he doesn't do good, man, he's getting tagged up. He's gotta hang him up, man. This is a do or die for him.
Do we know who he's fighting yet?
Not yet. But I tell you right now, man, they're not gonna throw him against no cherry picker.
Yeah.
They're not gonna cherry pick anything for him the easy. You know what I mean? He's gonna get in there. He's gonna get in there with somebody, at that weight.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm curious to see who they put him in the ring with.
Me too, man. I just hope he's ready, man.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean, this is like a do or die for him. This is gonna let it be known.
Yep.
Like you said, whether he should stay or hang him up.
Yep. And This one you gonna like. Uh, Leo Santa Cruz, man. He called out Rigo, and I think you have something to say about that, don't you, Ant?
Yeah, I just made a video about the Rigo Santa Cruz thing. Actually, you can check it out on Thunderdome Boxing Talk, the YouTube channel.
Oh, I'm gonna catch that. I'm gonna definitely catch that.
Leo Santa Cruz. I mean, we all saw him. Bitched about him fighting his sparring partner on undercard of Floyd Maidana 2.
Yeah.
And that the WBC actually let that be a title fight. When that guy was like technically ranked by like, I'm not talking about these bullshit sanctioning bodies where rankings are purchased. You know what I mean?
No, the official ranking system.
Yeah, like the computerized, the IBO or BoxRec. I mean, they both had him in the 100s. You know, that was worse technically than Rod Salka.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's the Rod Salka effect, man.
Yeah, and Rod Salka and Garcia caught hell for the Rod Salka fight, and they wouldn't even let him put his title on the line.
Nah, man.
Santa Cruz do it.
Nah, that's some crazy shit, man.
And now he got a fight on the 17th of January against this dude Jesus Ruiz, who's 26 on the IBO and 31 on BoxRec. He's never fought at 122 pounds once, and he's getting a title shot. They're allowing it to be a WBC title fight.
Wow, that's some bullshit.
That weight class, and he's basically a Mexican circuit tough guy. He's never fought out of Mexico except 2 times, and he has 38 fights.
That's some bullshit.
One was in Cali, one was in Arizona. His record is 33-5. He's never really fought anybody like that major. He fought a couple tough guys, but he lost. He's 33-5, 22 knockouts, and he's been knocked out twice himself. Okay. And like I said, he's ranked. You know, he's like the 30th best 122 pounder, even though he's never even fought at 122 pounds before. So I don't understand how they're allowing this to be a title fight. You know. And you can't blame Leo Santa Cruz because I like Leo and I think he's a fighter's fighter. He wants these fights, the like unification fights, you know, the Quigs and the Rigondeaux.
Okay, but hold on, stop the press. Hold on. But let me just say something here. Exactly what you just said there, my brother. You see, he can make the fights. He wants the fights. And how come he's not fucking fighting? Listen. Bernard Hopkins, okay, has put the big fucking eraser over all that shit. I'm not saying you, brother. I'm just saying over all that shit where boxers are talking about, oh, I don't make the calls. You have to talk to my promoter. Motherfucker, doesn't your promoter work for you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Okay. Here, listen. Yeah, you're exactly right. 100% right. The thing is, see, if you read the contracts with the Heyman fighters, they can't fight whoever they want to fight. Heyman has to give his approval, or they can be sued for breach of contract. But you got to remember that Heyman works for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Heyman has to give his approval. But number one, why do they even sign a contract where some guy has to give them his approval?
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you why. You ready?
Yeah, I am.
Because he's their advisor. He's advising them to. Bunch of bullshit, huh?
Right.
Isn't that a bunch of bullshit?
Right. He has a Harvard degree, and then he probably has a guy next to him with a Harvard law degree, or 3 or 4 dudes with Harvard law degrees, and they all read over it and say, "Bro, this is the best contract we've ever seen. You better sign this in a hurry."
Yep. As a matter of fact, let me simplify what you just said and I just said for the uneducated and the lost. Basically, okay, George, since you're smart and you've got everything and you know everything, okay, that's exactly what's going on here. Am I right or wrong?
Right, you are right.
Okay, thank you. That's just simplified, because remember, we still are educating. We're educating the uneducated and the lost.
And that's part of what's ruining boxing. That is why people call Heyman a cancer in boxing.
Yeah, man.
But he is not allowing the big fights to be made. Okay, I don't care if you like Floyd Mayweather. That doesn't mean that because you like Floyd, you automatically have to like everybody associated with Floyd. You know? Like, there's too many people that just because, like, Floyd says he likes Heyman and they're riding with Floyd, they're like, well, yo, if Floyd likes Heyman, then fuck it, I like Heyman.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You don't do that. You can like one guy and not the next. You know?
Yeah.
I like a lot of fighters, and I don't like their promoters.
Yeah, no, fuck.
Yeah. I like, example, Manny and Michael Collins. I hate Michael Collins. You know? I like Manny Pacquiao, though.
I was watching that documentary, Manny, man, and I tell you right now, man.
I shouldn't have said hate, but I don't.
No, fuck that. You're right. You know what I'm saying? You're right. You don't have to change a goddamn thing. You're absolutely right. It's just shit. Some people call him Michael Cunts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You didn't go that far. You just expressed yourself. Fuck that. Listen, I tell you right now, man. I was watching that Manny documentary, which happened. I give that shit 4 stars, man. And that shit, it was
great.
Yeah, and did you see the part where every time they had Manny signing for something, he would look at Michael Kuntz fucking frustrated, like he wanted to kick him in his nose in his snot box?
You noticed that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to take a pen and stab him, man.
He wanted to fucking punch him in his motherfucking face.
Yeah, dude, he was so frustrated, and then like he's trying to be like, look, this is all it says. And this is all says, and Manny's like, you know I can't fucking read all that English.
Yeah. Yep. That shit is fucking crazy, man. All right, bro. Let's move it on to Lemonchenko, man. Well, I see him just walking through motherfuckers, but check this out, man. Who do you think is going to actually try to stop this motherfucker this year, man?
Let's see. The guys who I think could test him the most. I would love to see him and Walters.
Nice.
I really think Walters...
Nice. Fucking nice. Nice.
Walters might be able to give him a really tough fight. Rigo might be able to give him a tough fight.
Whoa. That right there. Woo! Yeah. Yep.
And you gotta remember, Rigo can punch.
No, Rigo can move. Rigo's he's a beast,
Rigo
man.
does it all. Like, people think he's just like a boxer, runner, technical guy. He can stand there and break your face bones, you know?
That man, I mean, I thought Lara epitomized the school of Cuban boxing, man. This man, I tell you right now, what is he? He's 30, right? Some shit, 28, 29, 30, some shit.
Yeah, I don't remember his exact age, but yeah, right around there.
The man,
he might be a little older.
The man is awesome, bro. You know.
I think he might be the best to ever come out of that Cuban school, actually.
Yeah, man. I mean, I gotta give it to him, at least at that weight, because I mean, Lara's doing his thing too, man. He's just too big. Look. In the case of Lara,
he's been screwed over in his career.
It's not only that. I'm just trying to answer everybody that's trying to say, oh, he's a runner and stuff. Look, it just looks bad because he's big. You know what I'm saying? But if he was Rigo, the size, Rigo's size, he looked just like Rigo, going in and out more, because that's what Rigo does.
Like, what do people want Lara to do? Just stand in front of Canelo?
Man,
listen.
Be a
slugger?
Fucking
you knew what that fight was. You knew it was going to be the puncher versus the boxer.
The slick boxer, man. Listen. Floyd does it, and they call it fucking the science, right? That's what they call it. Lara does it, and they call it running. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, a pussy and a boom and everything. Come on, man.
That's fucking crazy. But I see.
I don't like that either. To pull no punches, Lara won the Canelo fight. I mean, I know Canelo got more fans than Lara, but when it comes down to scoring points, Canelo scored, Lara scored way more points.
Yup.
And it went to cards.
Yup.
So, I mean, come on, man.
Yo, Anthony, you know that fight, man. You know what that fight reminded me of? That fight reminded me of, it was a straight blueprint with the judging and everything. That shit reminded me of fucking De La Hoya versus Trinidad.
Yeah, similar, huh?
Right?
Yeah.
Basically the same thing. It's like, Oscar was giving him a boxing lesson, but at the same time he decided to run, which Oscar did run. And Lara just basically, you know, he pedaled, man. He did pedal there, but he didn't pedal against Ishe. He didn't pedal, you know. But
No, no.
you know,
I would like, I mean, I know Laura, you know, his style is just ingrained in him. But I would like to see Laura, you know, like he had the opportunity with Ishe to, you know, just completely break him down and get him out of there. You know, he had that opportunity, but he's like, you know, his style is ingrained in him. That's how he fights, and that's how he wins.
yeah. So
You can't do that against him. I
no,
mean, you know, I like Laura. Laura's one of my favorite fighters.
I see big things for Lemonchenko this year, bro.
Oh, me too. Me too. Me too.
But though,
I think everyone already saw big things from the very first, from even when he fought fucking, who was Salido, and he got punched in the dick like 60 times.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He lost because he was in San Antonio. Right then and there, I was like, whoa, this guy got something special.
Yeah.
You know, because he didn't get frustrated. He didn't badmouth anybody after the fight.
No?
So I was really like, I got to see this guy again. You know, but then when I saw him just totally dominate Gary Russell, I was like, wow. Like, really, then I was like, took notice big time. And then this last fight, the one on the Pacquiao-Jiri undercard,
Yeah.
one of the best performances I've seen from a fighter in years.
Oh, yeah.
In years.
Yeah, man.
You know, he even busted his hand or his wrist, whatever it was. They said nothing was broke, luckily. But he fought, you know, the rest of the fight with one hand and continued to school the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at when other fighters injure a hand. All of a sudden, they'll start losing that every round after that.
Oh, man. Hell yeah, that pain. Excruciation, son.
Not Loma. Not Loma. He continued to school him.
Huh. All right, man. Let's move it on to Mauricio and Maestro Herrera, brother. I hope they listen. Off the interview that I got from him, he basically told me that he's not giving up. He's more hungry. He's on a mission, man. He said that he's coming for top contenders. I just hope that Top Rank, you know, is able to give him that push, man. I mean, it's a fucking injustice, dude. It's
huge injustices. And the thing is, he shouldn't give up. If anything, he should have more confidence now than ever.
Yeah.
His abilities, because he knows damn well that he can beat anybody on any given night. You know.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely.
So I mean, who they put him in with? You know, up and coming rising star, who everyone was like, oh, Benavidez, I don't know,
It
man.
don't matter. Benavidez got beat the fuck up.
Yeah, and then Benavidez got schooled. Okay.
Some bullshit, man.
And then you can go back to Danny Garcia, you know, which we knew there was going to be home cooking in that fight just because of where it was held, and you know, come on, in-house fighter, in-house card, everything. He was going to damn near have to knock Danny out to get a decision that night.
Basically, man, it's a bunch of bullshit, bro. But I just hope in the case of Mr. Herrera, man, you know, you come across this video, man. I hope everything. Well, of course he is. You know, he follows. What the fuck am I saying? You know, understand, man. We got your back, bro. Hashtag come back to boxing. We got your back. You know, we basically, you know, trying to help out boxers that have met injustice with this shirt, as well as any other injustice in boxing, man. It's not only just words, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna move it on to a prospect which is basically now he's gonna become seasoned soon, man. Errol Spence Jr.
Errol Spence Jr. Man, this guy, I hope he doesn't go the typical Heyman route. Because if he doesn't, he is gonna blow up in the next year.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, he's already signed to Heyman, so so far he fought like twice this year. I mean last year, 2014, he fought.
Yeah.
Right. So hopefully he'll get 3 fights this year, man. You know they need to let him fight, man.
Yeah.
You know, they need to let him fight. They can't put these young, good fighters, man, that are gonna represent the sport. They can't shelve them, man. Look at Andre Ward in the case of Mr. Ward, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a
We won't
fucking.
even off suspense yet, though. But back in the Olympics, when he was on the Olympic trials and in the Olympics and all that, the Freddie Roach helped with that team a little bit to get the boxers ready.
Yeah.
And he said that Errol Spence is beyond the real deal. That he's the guy that will be taking over if they give him the opportunity.
No fucking doubt, man. I said it once. I said it again, man. The kid reminds me of Sugar Ray Leonard coming straight out the Olympics, man.
He's same to me, man. I agree with you on that. I even agreed with you last time we talked about that. He is, man. I love his skills. I love his skill set.
Yeah, man. I tweeted him the other day, man. He retweeted the tweet and shit, man. I said that this young man is only gonna get stronger, and I really do mean that, man. All right, bro.
Yeah.
Now I got a pair for you. I'm not even gonna break these guys down individually, man, because this fight has to fucking happen, man. Here we go, bro. Danny Garcia and Lamont Peterson. Will they meet in 2015, brother? My take on it, I don't fucking think so because of the politics, man.
Yeah, I was shaking my head before you even answered.
Yeah, man. I don't think it's gonna happen, man.
I don't think it'll happen. I mean, wasn't Peterson already supposed to fight him, and Heyman made Garcia pull out of it?
Yep.
And you know what? I want to say one other thing. What's with all these fighters saying, and they're talking about guys that we know, named fighters, and then they will go and say, no one knows him, they don't have a fan base, who's he, he don't bring no money, and then they'll go and fight a Rod Soka.
Yup. You know what I'm saying? And then look at us, like we're supposed to swallow that shit and say, hey, you did a good job, dude. Like, great fucking match. No bullshit. Like I said before in one of my fucking videos, man, that shit reminding me of when the WWE superstars, the big names that were it was WWF then. You know what I'm saying? And you had every Saturday fucking afternoon.
I watched it as a little kid.
Yeah, remember you had the big names fighting fucking jobbers, some fucking no schmo Joe Blow fucking nobody.
Billy the Berserker and shit.
Yeah, like you had fucking, let's just say you had Randy Macho Man Savage going up against fucking the Brooklyn Brawler. Who the fuck was that, right? Steve Lombardi.
Dude who has never won a fight ever.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, or you had fucking, you had some the Hulk Hogan. It's just bottom line. On the weekdays, you had these motherfuckers going up against jobbers, and then all of a sudden, at the end of the month, when a pay-per-view would come, all of a sudden they fight the next superstar. We don't want that shit, because that don't work for boxing. You know why it don't work for boxing? Because it don't have a gimmick. The only gimmick that we have at boxing, bro, is a fucking press conference and a weigh-in and a stare-down. And that only happens instantly. You know what I'm saying? It's not a weekly basis. It's not, that shit is not gonna fucking work. I wish Al Heyman and everybody, whoever's trying to fucking monopolize and capture boxing and try to do that, because that's what it looks like it's coming down to, bro.
Yeah, and like we don't get to see like Danny Garcia, like you said, fight every Saturday morning. So we get to see him twice a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Lamont Peterson wants that. He wants that ass, man. And I take my hat off to Danny Garcia. He's a great champ. You know what I'm saying? But the Sulkers can't happen again. The Sulkers can't happen again.
Yeah, I don't. Any of these Heyman fighters, I don't hold it against them because I know what it is. I know what it is. It's not the fighters. They're fighters. They've been doing this their whole life.
Well, my whole tip on that is, okay, look, if you're gonna take the money, then take the money, but don't fucking run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell them, listen, why don't we do it like this? The 1.6 you about to give me to put my fucking title up and leave this match, why don't you give me the 1.6 to fight somebody bigger?
No doubt.
You feel what I'm saying? Why don't you give me that money and let's just make a bigger match and make that money grow? I mean, what the fuck? All this is doing is turning motherfuckers off like me and the fucking historians. They're turning the hardcores and the historians off, and the casuals think it's fucking cool, and the newbies think it's fucking cool to actually watch a world-class fighter knock out an upcoming fucking superstar. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, they think it's normal. Like, this risk versus reward shit, I hate that saying. You know what I mean? Like, you can take it back to the 50s. Like, okay, risk versus reward has always been a boxer's manager's job.
Right.
To get you the most money for technically the easiest fight. But it was never just to beat up on bums. You know, it was to get you in a competitive match where if you're in shape, you have a good chance of winning.
Exactly.
But it will still be a tough fight.
Exactly. We want competition, you know?
Right.
We want the competition, you know?
It should be competitive risk.
Yeah, and no...
First reward.
And let me just put this out there. No disrespect, like I said, to Angel or Danny Garcia. Okay? There's not a disrespect. We're not calling you chumps. Put nothing like that. We respect your game. It's just...
Yeah.
It's just... We don't want the soca. We don't want the soca incidents anymore, man. We don't want nobody fucking shaming your name, bro. Me personally, I'm Boricua. I'm Puerto Rican. You feel what I'm saying? And you've become one of the greats, and I want you up there. The soccas can't happen anymore. They just can't happen anymore. That's all I'm saying, man. You know?
The fighters need to step to Heyman, and if they don't want to do it, all of them, whichever ones really want the tough fight, say there's 8 of them. All 8 of them need to go to Heyman and say, look, you know, you're destroying our reputation. People are calling us chickens. They're saying we're ducking fights.
Right.
When we ducking fights, we want these fights, and you're not giving them to us. You know? So you got to start giving us the fights we want. You know, or else you're tarnishing our legacies.
Exactly.
Hey, like you said, he works for them. I don't care what the contract says that they work for him. Fuck that. You know, they have to go tell him, look. And if he don't want to, then they need to go on a press conference.
Yep.
Say, look, guys, I don't want to fight this fucking number 68 ranked guy they want me to fight next week. I want to fight a rematch with Herrera, okay? But he's saying no, you know? So, you know, make it publicly known. That way people understand. You know, otherwise, like, these guys like Quillen, Adonis Stevenson, Danny Garcia, Leo Santa Cruz, these fighters want to fight.
Yeah.
Their names are getting drugged through the mud as cowards. Tarnishing their legacies.
It's fucking disgusting, man. I agree with you 100%, man. You know, like, hashtag come to boxing, hashtag come back to boxing. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag stop the fuckery. It's just
hashtag unifications.
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag all boxing.
You know, like I was saying earlier, 2015 needs to be the year of the unification bout. Since there's all these stupid little trinkets floating around and title fights being called title fights when they're not fucking title fights.
Exactly.
How can there, okay, if you're world champion and I'm world champion and he's world champion, there's only one world. How are we all world champions of the same division? You know what I mean? It's bullshit. And then they don't even fight each other. You know, I don't care if there's 60 belts. You know, let's unify them. That way we still, every one man will have every belt.
Right.
And then at least we can get back to some regularity of the golden age of one champion per division.
There we go.
No.
There we go.
No, I mean, hey, if he has 1 belt or 4 belts, it doesn't matter. He's the champion. Okay, but when you have 4 different guys claiming they're the champion of the world in the same division, that don't work for me.
It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fucking work. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can go for three straps. You know, for every different fucking organization. That was cool, but you know, 3 titles is good enough to unify. That's it. What the fuck is, you know, it's just like, man, yo, piece of blood boxing, man. One of his videos, he was about the alphabet belts and shit, man. He was talking, I think, to 78 Sports about that shit. And, man, he broke it down with all these fucking belts. It's just confusing, man.
Yeah, it is. Now it's not even that there's, like, first we went from 1 belt, then 3 belts, then 4 belts, and then, like, 16 belts. You know what I mean? Like, the contenders aren't even contenders no more. They're actually considered, like, silver champion, interim champion, international champion. What? No, you're a contender, bro.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
I don't like. I hate it. It's not that I don't like it. I hate it.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. All right, man. Let's move this shit on to Lucas Matisse. For 2015, I want to see him and Adrian Broner, man.
Oh, me too. He said he's going out. He said he gave up on the hunt for Danny Garcia because he apparently must have been told that fight ain't gonna happen because he said he gave up on it.
Another fucking shit job.
For the IPO title now. Now, you know, Broner wants that fight.
Broner wants everybody, man. He's going out calling every fucking body out. But what's funny is, Karim Mayfield called him out on some shit.
I saw that.
Yeah, he said over some shit over he's smacking Tupac and all that shit. And Karim Mayfield knew, you know, he knows the Shakur family, and you know he just basically told him some shit. And all Adrian Broner had to tell him was, I just want to see you win. Hey, but I'm just saying. He's calling everybody out, man. And I got to give it to fucking Adrian Broner, man. Unlike his big bro, he got balls, man. See, his Pacquiao is Madonna, and he fought him already. He got nothing to lose. If anything, he said the loss made him better.
And he wants to fight him again.
Exactly. You feel me? I'm feeling Adrian Broner, man. Regardless he talk shit, I mean, hey, that's what he do. He'll do what he do, you know. But I got to give it to...
really dislike Adrian Broner, and then he grew on me over a while, you know, because I saw that, you know, he would get in there and fight, you know. His fight with Taylor even, like, showed me a lot, you know, even though, you know, I mean, you know, it let him run his mouth. I don't care, you know, sometimes I can hype a fight up, oh well, but, you know, hey, he'll get in there and bang, you know, he'll fight, you know, he'll do whatever, he'll fight anybody, too, you know. So, like, Adrian kind of grew on me.
Yeah, me too, man. You know, he's a great guy, man. He's a great boxer too, man. All right, man. Let's move it to the middleweights.
He got a lot of technical flaws that he can still fix.
He needs to move more. He needs to move more. That's all it is. He needs to move more.
Yeah. Well, he needs to tighten up his defense too. But I don't think he'll ever really move that well. For some reason, I just don't think that's a skill set he has, you know?
Yeah.
They said we're going to see him moving after the Maidana fight, that they said that's what they were working on, and, you know, 2 fights later, I still never saw a glimpse of him moving around.
Right. That's just, yeah. He's got to work on his footwork, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man, let's move it to the middleweights.
Got a good chin, he got heart. You know, what more can you ask?
Yeah, just footwork. That's all. But let's move it on to the middleweights. We got. I want to see Lara and Bundridge.
The middleweight.
I want to see Lara and Bundridge.
Junior middle, yeah. Okay.
Hashtag come back to boxing. Hashtag come back to boxing. I want to see Bundridge. I like Bundridge.
Yeah, we might actually get that fight. Yeah, I tweet with Bundridge and Facebook. We actually might get that fight.
I would like him to fight. He called out Floyd. You know what's happening with that situation, right?
What?
Well, when he was fighting Ishe, Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
Laura.
yeah. When he was fighting Ishe, Bundridge was fighting Ishe. Floyd Mayweather was on the sidelines, and he was disrespecting his wife. He's even said it himself, man. That's why he wanted to get at Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd was disrespecting Bundridge's wife?
Yeah, man. This was all over, man. This was all fucking over, brother.
That's low.
Yeah, man. But let's get back to boxing. Laura, I would like to see Laura against Bundridge, man. That would be a great fucking fight.
I would much rather see Laura versus Floyd, no, but Laura just called out Floyd Mayweather. I just did a video on it like 2 days ago too.
Yeah, but that's
names.
yeah, but that's like just shooting a flare gun, man. He's just showing some glitter. That's all. It's not getting Floyd's not taking that, man.
You know the worst thing is
I'm not even gonna entertain that shit, man.
Hold on, I wanna say one thing. A lot of people say that people always say, I want to see Floyd fight so and so. I want to see Floyd fight so and so, and they'll say, but they always say, I want to see Floyd fight a top-ranked fighter. Okay, well there's an in-house fighter by the name of Arislandi Lara
Yup.
that everyone wants to see Floyd fight.
Yup.
How come that fight ain't happening? You know, if you put the top 3 guys you want to see Floyd fight, Lara is one of them. If he's not number 2, okay. So why isn't that fight being made? Like, if he don't fight Manny, he shouldn't fight Amir Khan. He should fight Lara.
Exactly.
You know, fucking defend that belt instead of holding it hostage.
Exactly. Now, I'm gonna speak upon an individual that hashtag real boxing heads like us. We're kind of ashamed a bit, but I'm just gonna say it. Peter Quillen, Kid Chocolate. Who would you like to see, and what would you like to see from him in 2015, man?
Quillen, I would have liked to have seen him not drop his fucking title. I'll tell you that. So what I would like to see is Andy Lee has to start negotiations with Saunders, right?
Right.
And has to have a deal worked out by like the end of the month or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or vacate. So I would like to see Quillen fight the winner of that fight and try to get his belt back, number 1.
That's a possibility.
I think that's even a makeable fight. So it's not asking for too much. And then once whoever wins out of those fights, I want to see unification fights.
Yep. Yep.
I want to see him go after it. I know what's going to happen. If anything, Quillen is going to fight fucking Jermaine Taylor or Danny Jacobs.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. Danny Jacobs, the Magic Man. That motherfucker's a miracle. He's a miracle, that man, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
okay.
Great story.
All right. And he's a great boxer too, man. He's pretty good, man.
I think Quillen will beat him though.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. But that has yet to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to jump the gun there.
No, but I think the first thing they're going to do is, since, I think they're going to get, if Taylor, holds on to his belt long enough, Quillen comes back, has a fight, he'll be in there with Jermaine Taylor and get a strap.
Yeah.
And he'll have some leverage in the middleweight division. And then, he'll probably fight a couple soft opponents, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see if he beats, if this is all if he fights Taylor and wins, I would like to see him fight Danny Jacobs. And then the winner of that fight, I want to see fight, the winner of the Cotto Canelo Triple G saga that's going on over there. I want unifications, man.
Yeah. All right.
Start trying to unify, because you're not a champion unless you're the champion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And finally we got the most anticipated between the two for the strap, which is Canelo and Cotto. I mean, what can we say, man? We're just waiting, right?
I know. Yeah, we are. I don't know. I remember. This was like 2 months ago. Oscar De La Hoya said that this is one of the easiest fights I've ever got to make. We'll have this fight in no time. Wow, them words came back to bite him, huh? Months later, and they're still like getting nowhere apparently.
Yeah.
You kept hearing we're 90% done. The deal's 90% done, and now still nothing. It was 90% done 3 weeks ago. I mean, come on. You know, and then Cotto just came out and said, you know, he took a strong stance and said, I'm not waiting around. You know, I guess he gave him an offer, and he's saying, take it or fucking leave it.
Yeah, they call it the diva demand shit. I mean, I couldn't agree more, but then at the same time, I'd be called a fucking hypocrite because I don't really like that shit, but at the same time, Cotto has earned his, if you want to put it in that category, so I don't really want to go there with that shit. I just hope that it just...
Yeah, you can look at it this way. Canelo just lost to Floyd. He won a very disputable decision over Lara. You could say he lost. So, I mean, he has drawing power, but that's his only leverage. You know, Cotto could be like, dude, technically you're coming off of 2 losses.
Yeah.
You're trying to demand from the champ, the lineal champ of a division you've never even fought in.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? So I can understand where Cotto's coming from. But they were, at the beginning, they were saying, hey, we're doing 50-50. So, but obviously that was a lie because there's no 50-50 happening or the fight would be signed.
Yep.
You know? I mean, as far as I know now, the fight's in jeopardy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. I mean, hopefully we can just keep our fucking fingers crossed, man. You know?
Both hands crossed, man.
Hell yeah. Let's go down. Let's go up to the light heavyweight division now. Check this shit out, man. I put a theory out there. It was like a what if on my last video, man, on the light, what to expect, what are we expecting from the light heavy and the heavyweight division. And I came up with this little, this little what if scenario, right? You got Kovalev going up against Pascal, right? Then you got, you're going to have Stevenson on the sidelines, right? You're gonna have Stevens on the sidelines. So where does Bernard Hopkins? Because Stevenson's gonna fight, but we all know it's gonna be some. Actually, no, he did fight. He just finished. He just finished fucking. Yeah. Okay, so Stevenson's just waiting. Okay, so you have Kovalev, Pascal, and then Bernard Hopkins. I mean, we still don't know what he's doing. Where does he fit in all this? You know what I'm saying? Because let's just say Kovalev scrapes Pascal. He doesn't get past Stevenson. Stevenson gets all the straps, right? Then all of a sudden, Hopkins just comes in. Fatal four-way again, huh?
Yeah. There's a lot of things that can happen in the light heavyweight division.
Yep.
There's 4 guys who could become the lineal champ. You know.
It's fucking amazing, man. It's amazing, bro. I'm so far I'm liking certain things, and that's because we're speaking, and we need to keep speaking. # come back to boxing. We need to keep speaking. Now.
The thing that concerns me about the light heavyweight division is we know that Adonis has been ordered by the WBC to fight the winner of Kovalev Pascal, and if he doesn't, he has to vacate his belt.
That's right.
Okay. So let's just theorize that Kovalev wins the Pascal fight, okay? Just what if? What if Kovalev wins the Pascal fight, and now Adonis is ordered to fight Kovalev or vacate the WBC belt? Track record says that Heyman is going to tell him to vacate that belt.
Yep.
Now, if he does Ring Magazine let him stay the lineal champ, even though you can only take the lineal title away from someone if you beat him, because it's the man who beat the man?
Yep. That's a good fucking question.
Yeah, because how can someone remain the lineal champ who won't fight anybody who has a chance to beat him? You know what I mean?
Yep. I know exactly what you mean, brother. Now...
It's not like the lineal champ is vacated right now, so the 1 and 2 guy can fight and be the lineal champ. No, we have one.
Yeah.
So someone has to beat him in order for him to get off of that throne.
Yep.
Now, and then another thing me and you were talking about, if say it comes down to Kovalev and Adonis and they are gonna fight, who becomes the A side on that?
Yeah.
Adonis Adonis, yeah, he's the lineal champ, but his stock has plummeted. His value has plummeted.
And you know what's fucked up? This comes back to the shit that I was talking about with these fucking politics. You see, all that is going to be an excuse for a motherfucker who just don't want to face his mandatories. All that money negotiation, the A side shit. Like blood boxing said, man, it's a trickle down effect, man. And the man was right. It's happening. Look what the fuck is going on. Look what's going on.
Everyone wants to play that shit.
Yeah, man.
Who's the B side? How about you're both fucking champions? You know, and that's it. You know what I mean?
How about do what Butte and Pascal did and just fucking each got $2 million for that fight? You feel me?
Or like Foreman and Ali each got $5 million.
There we go.
You know, you didn't hear Ali like, no, everyone loves me. I want $7 million. No, he said $5 million. That's a ton of money. Let's go.
Let's go. That's it. But you know, it is what it is, man. Then finally, my brother, the match that's supposed to bring back the heavyweight division to its glory, kid. Bermane Stiverne against Deontay Wilder, brother, the Bronze Bomber. Now let me give you my prediction. Okay, Stiverne has been tested, yes. Wilder, no. But he will weather the storm, and I think Wilder's going to win. Unanimous decision. I think it's going to be his first fight where he's not going to KO, he's not going to knock nobody out.
Wow. That would answer a lot of questions for Wilder if he gets to go to the cards.
Yep.
It sure would.
That's my prediction.
Yeah. I guess I'm going the other way. I think if Stiverne proper game plan, and I know this isn't his style at all, but if he will just turn into like, you know, a similar like a Mike Tyson style and take away that reach and try to get right up in Wilder's chest, you know, and throw power shots, because Wilder don't like pressure.
No, he doesn't. He likes to keep him at the end of his punches.
Yeah, so you know, I'm assuming that
this is. I'm not saying that these guys are the legends, and I'm not saying that the fight is at that aptitude, but I'm just saying that the height and the styles is like a Foreman Ali sort of. You feel me?
Yeah, I do. Or even like Foreman Ali is better than my analogy. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but we both gave our predictions. We both ran down the line of the whole goddamn boxing.
I am in love with the heavyweight division for 2015 for the first time in years.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We have so many good fights coming in the heavyweight division.
That's right, man. And
in a previous vid, we finally have two Americans who have possibilities to become the heavyweight champion of the world. You know?
Yeah.
America has two shots.
That's
you
right.
know, we got Jennings, who's going to only has to win one fight, and that's against Klitschko, which is going to be a tough task. But then, you know, if Wilder beats Stiverne, he gets a shot at Klitschko too.
Yeah.
And then he got a shot.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, America has a chance. You know?
There we go. Hell yeah. Well, that brings the whole segment on what we expecting for 2015 for boxing, man, to a close, man. I think it was on your page, man, on Facebook, Thunderdome, baby, Thunderdome Boxing Talk on Facebook. We took 3 questions, broke them down to sort of make them into 5 by three of our brothers from the Thunderdome boxing community on Facebook, and we took their questions.
Shout out the names.
All right. Well, the first question comes from Marvin De Vera Melindo. All right. He's asked, what do we think the odds would be if the May and Pac fight happens? That's his first question. All right. You want to take this one and then I'll take it?
Let's answer that one first.
All right.
What, he has a 2-part question?
Yep.
Okay, well,
All right,
The
go ahead.
odds. Well, he's talking about like the betting odds, right?
Uh, I have no idea, man. I mean, what do we think the odds would be if the May Impact fight happens? So I basically, yeah, I guess we're gonna answer it like that. Like, what would the odds be? Would May have the higher favor, or would Pac have the higher favor, vice versa?
Well, the odds, the opening, the odds are just based by who bets more on who. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I go and bet $1 million on Manny and you go and bet $100,000 on Floyd, then it'll be like 10-1
Yeah.
Manny.
Basically.
You know what I mean?
Well, what do you think? What do you?
How the odds will open up? Well, no. Okay, I think the odds will open up at about 3-1 in favor of Floyd.
Right. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
You think that's what they'll about open up at also?
Yeah, I was gonna say that most definitely.
As the fight gets closer, I think it'll turn to about 2-1 in favor of Floyd.
Okay. Okay. All right. And
I do think it's I think honestly it should be like dollar per dollar because no one knows what's going to happen in that fight. It's whoever executes their game plan and fights more intelligently to their style. But just going off of the way people bet and what the casual fan consensus is about Floyd Mayweather, I would think more people would bet on him, but only slightly.
yeah.
Because also, if you in the Maidana rematch, the Vegas casinos lost money because no big bets were put on Floyd Mayweather. There wasn't not one six-digit bet, like no bet over 99,000.
That was due to his performance.
Yeah, and that was the first fight ever of Mayweather since he's been like the pay-per-view star that didn't happen. And most of the bets were little like $50 bets, $100 bets on Maidana.
Yep.
And the casinos ended up losing money on that fight. So, the shift in the way people are betting towards Mayweather is actually declining. Less people are putting money on Floyd. And that was against Maidana. So, even less people are going to put money on Floyd. If they might not put money on Manny, but they might not put money on Floyd either. They might just stay neutral, so that would, limit it down a little bit, It ain't going to be no 6-1 in favor of Floyd. It ain't even going to be a 4-1. I think by fight night it'll be close to 2-1.
Yeah, most likely. All right, man. Well, the second part from Marvin De Vera Melindo, if it went to decision, who would it favor? Great defense or great offense?
If it went to a decision, who would it favor? Great offense or great defense?
Yeah.
Well, defense doesn't win fights, number one. So it would have to favor great offense, but it's going to have to be effective offense. And Floyd isn't just going to fight defensively. He's going to have offense in there as well. So, if it's just being that the fight is held in Vegas, you would think that, the judges are going to favor Floyd. But we've been seeing a lot of judges giving, rounds to his opponents lately.
I see.
Like even the Canelo fight, big time, but that probably had a lot to do with Oscar. But even in the Maidana fights, judges were giving a lot of rounds to Maidana. So it's not like, they're starting to see a little more of, if it doesn't matter if Floyd's landing 60% of his shots, but guess what? He's only landing 10 punches around.
Right.
You know what I mean? If this guy's winging 80 punches around and landing even 17, he's gonna get the nod every time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with offense for this fight. A lot of offense. Motherfuckers are gonna have to be touching each other, man. And I see it like this. I've told you, I've told a lot of people this, man, and you know they've agreed with me. Floyd Mayweather is going to hurt his hands trying to back Manny Pacquiao up, trying to get to Manny Pacquiao. Okay, mark my words. Mark my fucking words. And call me a pactard, call me whatever you want. Anybody who comes across this video, if you're not a sub, it's gonna happen. I don't care. That's not what I'm stating here. Okay, I'm not being biased. I'm just telling the truth. Okay.
And there's no slomos or pactards here. We're just breaking shit down the way it is. You know, the way it is, the way it could be, scenarios. You know, there's no favoritism on these videos.
Yeah, because a lot of motherfuckers don't like what they hear, you know what I'm saying? And right away they start leaving fucking racial comments and all that shit. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not the one. You know, I'll shit on you and inbox you and then fucking cut you off. So it is what it is. But back to boxing, I'm calling the fight as to it having to do with offense, man.
Most definitely.
All right, now let's move on to the next question. To Sean Bandy.
Defense can win in football, but it doesn't win in boxing.
Exactly. Next question by Sean Bandy. He goes,
Bandy?
yeah, he's if the Megan fight does.
Big fan in our group.
Yeah, he's up in the group a lot. He says, if the mega fight doesn't happen or the super fight with Canelo don't happen, how would it affect boxing as a whole? Well, I'm gonna take this one first if you don't mind.
Great question. Go ahead and answer, man.
Economically, it's gonna fuck boxing up. We're gonna lose a lot of fans because Oscar came out with a lot of promises. Aaron came out with a lot of promises. Over on the A side, they came up with a lot of promises and a lot of excuses. So at the end of the day, it comes up to where we got dilled in the ass by the propaganda machine. So if any of those fights don't happen, it's going to be terrible for boxing.
Most definitely. And then what other big fights do we have to look forward to?
Exactly. What? The Wilder Stavern? Okay, that's going to be the biggest so far. But if we don't get Cotto, if we don't get a Cotto, Canelo, and what are we going to thrive on? GGG?
Yeah, exactly. What is it going to be? Triple G Canelo or Triple G Cotto or something? About what? One mega fight? You know? Because what? We're going to get Floyd against, a cherry-picked opponent, and we're probably going to get Manny against a cherry-picked opponent, because if the negotiations fall through right now, they're both going to plan on trying to renegotiate come summertime after they both win.
Yep.
So they're going to win and then start all this shit over again for a possible September showdown.
Yeah. And that's going to fucking suck.
They're not going to want to lose. They're going to put them in fights where they can shine and then try to get, more leverage for the September showdown.
This shit is crazy, man. Listen, the last...
That'll make boxing fans. So, yeah, that will hurt boxing so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yep. Very bad. Economically, I mean, it'll take a plunge.
The promises that we were made as fans that we would get great fights, and then we get none. Oh man,
that's fucking disgusting. It's gross. All right, the final question comes from Larkin Jameus. What needs to be done so the good fights can happen?
I can answer that real quick. Promoters need to start working together.
And on my side, the fans. # come back to boxing.
Oh yeah, the fans need to boycott. If there's a fight that you don't think even, say some guy is fighting a complete mismatched nobody on just regular HBO or Showtime. If you think that fight is bullshit, don't watch it.
That's it.
Don't watch it. If you want to watch it live, go stream the shit. I hate to say it. Do it.
Well, listen, I on one of my videos, all right, for you consumers out there, whoever the fuck you are, I left a video on my J.Cotto fight page on YouTube, left a video on how to get your dollars worth on a pay-per-view. You might want to check that out as well. You know what I'm saying?
Good video. If you're a noob, it shows you how to make sure you're buying a worthy pay-per-view. Make sure you're spending your money wisely instead of throwing it down the garbage on a stink fest that you're gonna want to break your TV after it's over.
That's right, and it's only 2 minutes and 42 fucking seconds. All right, so 2 minutes of knowledge, 42 seconds of knowledge, man. Listen.
Everyone got that much time to wait. You can watch that video on your phone while you're at the red light.
Exactly. All right, and then the second question to that was, and fighters becoming their own promoters. What are the pros and cons?
Well, the pros are you get to keep 30% more of your purse.
Yep.
The cons are if you're not a big enough name, you might not be able to get any good fights. You know, say like a Tim Bradley goes out to be his own promoter. Yeah, he's gonna get 30% more of his to keep 30% more of his money, but you know, promoters and they feel that he can beat their fighter. Guess what? They're probably not gonna give him that fight.
Right.
You know.
Right.
The only they'll let him have with their guys are the ones who they think their guys can beat him.
Exactly.
Well, you know, those are the pros and the cons. You know, I would like to see, you know, more intelligent fighters becoming promoters, though, who actually have the fighters have best intentions for the fighters.
Right.
You know, because they once were a fighter and saw like the travesties that happened to these guys, how they end up broke after they earned $80 million in a 12-year career and shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I think Oscar De La Hoya, you know, you know, I think he does a great job as a promoter. I really do. And I think, you know, he's obviously trying to make money off of it, but I think he does look out for his guys, you know?
Yeah.
And I respect that. I respect that. You know, but if you're going to be a promoter, just, you know, don't be a sleazebag. Because these guys are, you know, they're risking their lives in the ring. They're, I mean, you're making money off of their blood, sweat, and tears.
Yep. Yep.
Don't take more than you need. You know, don't be greedy. You don't. If you have 10 million, you don't need 50 million. You know, you don't have to be a billionaire if you're a 100 millionaire. Be happy. Spread wealth. Spread the wealth, man.
He said, "Be happy. Spread the wealth."
Take care of your fighters. That's all I ask if you're going to be a promoter.
That's it. That's it.
I don't mean protect them, overly protect them. That's not what I was saying either. You know, I'm just saying give them their fair share of money. They can give them the fights they want.
That's it. You know, so basically, don't fucking become a promoter before you get your name out there.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, definitely, brother. Well, listen, man. The show's coming. The show's coming. What's up?
People tried to be promoters and went bankrupt because you can't do it. I mean, there's already too much to compete with. If you don't have millions in capital to start, I'm sorry, you're not going to be successful. There's a long line of people you can ask. You know, even successful people who are millionaires have tried to do it.
Yep.
And lost their ass.
Yep.
Okay?
Lost their ass big time, son. That's fucking nuts, man. Well, I'm coming to a close, my brother. I'm more than sure you are too, man. It's been an hour. And I hope we gave a lot of our fucking viewers some good information, man. What you think?
Boxing Talk and J.Cotto's fight page. I hope you enjoyed the show. And when do you think we'll have another one coming up?
I don't know, man. I think we should do it sometime in the middle of this week, man.
Yeah, I do too. So, you know, you can just check our videos. We will have one in the middle of this week. So, you know, we'll keep you updated on that. Or, like, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, the Thunderdome Boxing Group page on Facebook. You know, plenty of places to find out.
Yup, and you can follow me on J.Cotto's fight page on Facebook. And you can follow me on Twitter at Dean Brawley 1013. And you can also catch me on Thunderdome boxing page and Boxing Talk over at Facebook, man. Yo, Anthony, it's been a fucking pleasure, man.
See you, my brother.
All right, my brother, I'll catch you all out in the field, man. Hashtag come back to boxing, baby.
Stop the fuckery.
Ha, hashtag stop the fuckery. Word up. All right, my brother. All right, man. Okay, y'all. That was Box Chat number 2. I hope we was able to bring y'all some in-depth features in boxing and some information in boxing that y'all gonna need in order to catch up with what the fuck is going on. I'd like to say, everybody be safe, have a good night, and until the next time, it's J.Cotto's fight page, man.